What's up, guys? This is Aaron here at Immortals Inc. doing a little video here for In Response, not on MTG Arena. I guess I'm doing some paper stuff. What we are going to do today is crack open a Ravnica Allegiance Prerelease pack from the best guild, objectively the best guild, Rakdos. There's no personal bias there. Red and black are the best. There's pre-release events all weekend coming up. Saturday 1, 6, and 11 o'clock p.m. and then Sunday at 1 and 6. I'm going to be up here battling at some point. I have no clue when. With this here deck you're going to see me play. So you can come up and beat up on me when I don't open anything good. Or if I do open something good, you can come lose to me. And I'm cool with that for sure. So without much further ado, we're going to crack open some new Magic cards. See if we get anything super sweet. And try and make something worthwhile out of it. So here we go. Carnage, Revelry, Freedom, made in the USA. Pretty much sums up everything in our country right now. So we got some weird jestery looking dude on the front. He's got fire and chains, of course, because that's how we do it here in Rakdos. This die is awesome. Let's see what we get. Alright, we got a 10. That's pretty dead average. Promo. Oh, that's right. It's the guild pack. I'm sorry. It's not a promo anymore here in Guilds of Ravnica and Friends. So we got 5 booster packs. Of course, we got to start with our guild pack and see what's inside. Of course, the guild packs have only cards of your chosen guild's color, and one of them will be foil. That one is horrible. Awaken the Erstwhile is not good at all, and I will not play it. So I'm going to set it over here and move on to some commons. Rakdos Locket. Here's Firewheeler. That dude's sweet. I will certainly want to get that going on. Vindictive Vampire. Light Up the Stage is probably my favorite card from this set. It's just divination in red. It's incredibly good, and you should always play it. So we're going to start sorting things just by creature and non-creature. Sign to the Pit, really expensive. Scorchmark, really cheap and efficient. That's good removal. Ill-Gotten Gains, I don't know. It's a good way to trigger Spectacle in your red-black deck, but it costs 4. Pretty medium creature. Spear Spewer is awesome at triggering Spectacle every turn. It's guaranteeing you get to do all the things you want to do. Same thing with this Rakdos Trumpeter. He's a 2-mana 1/3 menace, so he's real evasive. He can chip in that 1 damage to make all your stuff cheaper. Rafter Demon, Double Belt Recluse. I like a Dead Rebels. Nice 2-for-1. Then we got our Guild Gate. Real booster pack time. Let's hope we get some more sweet red and black cards. I'm going to start off with a white card, the old Twilight Panther. We'll just throw our non-Rakdos cards off to the side because I plan on trying to force Rakdos. That's why I picked this particular guild. Persistent Petitioners, Advisor Tribal, another Scorchmark, a Death Touch Idiot, Stony Strength, another Rafter, Crummy Locket. Blade Brand is good. I like giving things Death Touch. Skewer the Critics is probably the best common. I think it's the best common in the set. It's just a bolt, and you can never go wrong with the bolt. Ghost Spiral, probably better in Constructed. Bankrupt in Blood, probably terrible. Pitiless Pontiff is real sweet if you can get into red and black. 2-mana 2/2. Sacrifice a creature to give him Death Touch and Indestructible. Those are good abilities. Collision. That card's really sweet. 6 damage to a creature with flying or else a huge combat trick. That's a pretty nice rule card. Here we got a Mythic. Angel of Grace. 5-mana 5/4 flash flying. It has a Angel's Grace effect, and you can set your life total back to 10. So that's real cool. If I manage to get a bunch of black-white Guild Gates, I'll try to play that. Well, here's another Rakdos Guild Gate. We like that. And a sweet Afterlife Spirit token. Moving on to real booster pack number 2, pre-release pack number 3. Another Spear Spewer, I like that. 10th District Veteran is not so good. Fairy Duelist is fine. Another expensive removal spell that's probably good enough in sealed, but we'll see. I don't really love the card. Crummy Lockets. Kate Messenger, another bad card. We're 3 for 3 on Rafter Demons. I don't know if that's good or not. We're 2 for 2 on Skewer the Critics, and that's really good. This Daggercaster card is really sweet. So, timeout on this pack. From before, I pulled this Blade Brand, easy for me to say. Instant speed, give a dude death touch. So if you put Daggercaster's enter the battlefield trigger on the stack, smack it with a Blade Brand, you just give it death touch, deal 1 damage to all their stuff, and just kill all of it and win the game on the spot. So that's something I'm going to be trying to do, and I hope I get someone with it, because that is just as cool as it gets. High Alert, I don't care about toughnesses. Carnival Carnage is awesome. Oh my lord, oh my lord. So we'll start on Carnival Carnage. You can 1 mana randomly kill a 2 mana 2/1, kill an X1, and poke their controller for 1. Carnage is just a Blightning, which is a really good thing to tack on to your removal spell. And the combination of those is really sweet. I think it might even be constructed playable. And Judith the Scourge Diva, I know is constructed playable. That card is absurd. That is a reason to play Rakdos, and I didn't need many. All your creatures get bigger. Whenever something dies, she deals 1 damage to any target, so it makes all your guys bigger in combat. It makes it miserable for your opponent to block your stuff, because you're just going to kill whatever they do if they manage to get one of your creatures down in combat. So Judith is incredibly good. I think she's going to see play in Constructed. I want to try to play her in Constructed, because, you know, I'm going to force Rakdos in that too in Standard. So really excited to open that one. These packs have been sweet so far. A Fairy Duelist, 4 mana 2/2 Riot Menace, that's pretty medium. Soul Sister, an Edict, Territorial Boar, that doesn't do anything. This is a really good removal spell, Grotesque Demise. It's just Reaver Ambush from Ixalan block. I forget which of the 2 sets it was from. 3 mana to exile a creature with power 3 or less. Turns off Afterlife out of the Orzhov decks. It's just really good. A Disenchant, a Fight creature. I think this Night Arbiter dude's really annoying. 2/5 Vigilance and can't be blocked, so he's just a guaranteed 2 damage every turn, and he has a huge butt, so his combat's awesome. I don't want to play this. This card's sweet, but I'll never be able to cast it. Pteramander is, I think, going to be a Modern and/or Legacy card. I'm not going to play it in Draft. Bloodmist Infiltrator, whatever. Rixmati Reveler is really cool, too. He's a 2 mana 2/2 that rummages, or if you spectacle him for 4 mana, you get the Bedlam Reveler ability. So you discard your hand, draw 3 new cards. Random Guild Gate, random token. 2 more packs to go here. I keep opening on-color rares. That's kind of cool. We have a Flying Horse, a Bad Mana Leak, 3 mana 2/3 Reach. Another one of these Undercity Embraces. Gift of Strength is a reprint, I think. This Blade Juggler card is really cool. 5 mana 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and take a damage. A Spectacle of 3, so at 3 mana, that's incredible. As a 3/2 that replaces itself, and at 5 mana, it's not the worst thing I've ever casted. So I'd definitely be happy to play as many of those as I could. This card's no good. Pay 5 life for saying that card's... I haven't even seen that before. I don't know how I missed that in all the spoilers. There's this Angel, here's this Wall, Spirit of the Spires. I think there's a foil in here. It seems like I'm a card short. That card's really good, but it's off color again. Glass of the Guild Pack, multicolored creatures get +1/+1. There is a foil. There's a backwards card too. So we don't know what's going on in here. Anyhow, Glass of the Guild Pact is interesting. I don't know if I have enough multicolored creatures. We're going to set it off to the side because it's a powerful effect. Bring the Trial is foil. We have this backwards card. It's my Guild Gate. So I don't really know why it was backwards, but I'll take it because it's on color. Sphinx token. Sure. Sure, man. Here we go. Here we go now. This guy's terrible. It's like the worst spectacle card ever. 3 mana for a 5/2 still just trades with their worst creature. Some Arresti type cards. Gruul Fight card. The Shade is also not very good. These are like two of the worst cards you could get in Rakdos. Active Treason is interesting. It's really good if you have sacrifice outlets, if you make like the Mardu sort of aristocrats type deck, or if you end up with some red-black sacrifice outlets. On its own, I don't think it's great, but you never know. Some more Orzhov guys. 2-mana 2/2 Riot, that's really good. Rumbling Ruin is 6 mana. That thing's huge. Oh no, another one of these awful cards. Well, we have 2 Awaken the Erstwhiles. That's not great. Some Guild Gates. Alright, we're going to see how our Rakdos pile looks. Again, that's what you're most often going to end up playing, the guild that you chose, because you get more cards of those colors. So I have 3 Rakdos Guild Gates. Nice that all my gates, except for that Azorius one I threw off in the wrong pile, ended up as either, you know, red or black, so I have an Orzhov and a Gruul if I want to try to splash stuff. Ideally, I wouldn't want to, but we'll see what happens. You can get away with that more in Sealed. It tends to be a slower format. So, all these just god-awful cards I'm going to throw off to the side. The Thirsting Shade, Spike Wheel Acrobat. Rubble Slinger, I don't really want to play. I like Reveler. Let's make some more room. Drops, 2 drops, 3 drops. 4, 5, and 6. This Infiltrator dude's okay. See, he's really cool with the Active Treason, because you steal their guy, attack, sacrifice it, make the blood mist dude unblockable. That's the kind of stuff I want to be doing. There's Judith, Dagger Caster. I don't know how many of these Rafter Demons I'm going to end up playing, but they might be good. There's a 5-mana giant. I didn't even see that guy the first time through. He's a monster. It's the 6/5. Trumpeter, another Spear Spewer, another Sacrifice Outlet, although it's 7 mana total if you're going to try to Active Treason and then cast the Undercity Scavenger. There's this Vampire. Firewheeler's really good. This is not. We don't know about Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I don't love Undercity Embrace, but we might be able to roll with it. Burn Bright is bad. Demise is good. Another Embrace. This I'm going to put by the 4s because I like the Carnage side better. This is really good. Here's a Skewer. Here's a Skewer. So, removal-wise, it's a little interesting. We have 2 of these Scorch Marks, which is really good in the early game. 2 mana, 2 to a creature, and exile it. Again, you're getting around that Afterlife stuff from the Orzhov decks. We also have this 6 mana that just straight up kills anything and does 2 to the controller. I have no clue what the right ratio of those would be. I think Scorchmark is a way better card in Draft. Because Sealed is so much slower, you might be able to get away with the 6 mana cost on Consigned to the Pit. So we're going to try to figure that out. Definitely want 1 Dead Rebels. Exactly 1 Dead Rebels. Locket, I would prefer not to play. Light Up the Stage, I will absolutely play every time. They're one of these Inheritance cards. So, these are the bad ones. These are more bad ones. These are the off-color ones. So right now I have way more than 23 cards. So let's cut some of the worst ones. I think Undercity Embrace is the worst of all my removal spells. Edicts are usually pretty dreadful and limited. I could sideboard it in if I really felt the need to, but it's not something I'm interested in main decking. They just sacrifice their worst creature. You're usually down on mana, and gaining 4 life is, I don't think, big enough of a payoff to make it worthwhile. Let's see. I like all the 1s, 2s, and 3s. These 4 drops. I definitely want the Firewheeler. Definitely want the Dagger Caster. I have no clue. This guy's not very good. We'll get him out of there. I don't know if this Raptor Demon card's any good. I don't think I want 3 of them. We'll throw 2 in the pile for now and see where we end up. The Scavenger guy is pretty... well, he's kind of huge. He's kind of huge. Indicative Vampire is just like a really bad Judith, which still might be good enough. Right now we're at... Active Treason not going to be good enough. I don't have all the sacrifice outlets I really want to. I might bring it off the sideboard against like a blue-green opponent who has some giant monster that I can just kill him with. But I'm not super excited on playing it against most opponents. 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We still have 30 cards set aside here in the deck. We'll bin at least one of these ill-gotten inheritances. I really don't have that much spectacle that I need to worry about triggering it all like that. And I already have the 2 Spear Spewers and a couple other things. Spin one of these Raptor Demons. I have like no +1/+1 counter synergies, so this Rumbling Ruin is just a straight up 6 mana 6/6, and I already have a 5 mana 6/5, so I think this dude's just not that great, and he's really expensive. These cards are all great. These cards are all great. I guess I'll cut one of these Consigned to the Pits. It's just so expensive. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm at 15 creatures right now. I could still get rid of one of these 4-drops. Maybe this Vindictive Vampire. So that should be 14, but I already forgot what the number was. 8, 10, 12, 14. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I cut 1 to 2 more cards, I'd be at a good place. We'll cut this other ill-gotten inheritance. And then I really like all these. Guess we can get rid of Scorch Mark. It's nice that depending on what we play against, I can sort of customize the removal suite. If it's a more lower to the ground aggro deck, we can bring in the other Scorch Mark, and if they're more big beefcakes, we can bring in the other Consigned to the Pit. Sort of mess around like that. So we're looking at 23 cards, 17 lands here. We'll whip together a mana curve real quick. It should be easy with 3 Guild Gates. So we have red, black. This guy I'm going to count as gold. I guess he's more red than gold because you can still just cast him on turn 2, loop something away. So it looks fairly even. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No double mana cost to consider. So I guess I would put my extra mana towards red because I have 2 red 1-drops. Actually, I'm not going to have to. I have 3 Rakdos Guild Gates, which puts me to 14 lands. So I'm going to do 7 mountains, 7 swamps. Let me make sure I'm flipping through here. I didn't miss anything. I could have got more ambitious and tried to play some of these Gruul cards too. Savage Smash. But I just don't think it's worth ruining my mana to try and get a couple extra beaters in there. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. That's what I'm playing. Rakdos low mana curve. That's all I got. If you think you could build something a little better with this pool, you're probably right. I haven't played much Limited in a long time, so whatever you want to say, throw it down in them comments down below there, or you can come find me in person this weekend over at Immortals Inc. in Rocky River because I'm gonna be battling. Again, those times are at 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock on Saturday, 1 o'clock, and 6 o'clock on Sunday. You can go to Immortals Inc.'s website. It's www.immortalsinconline.com. You can come visit them in person in the basement of an office building. Say hi to Josh and Nancy and Carlos and Chris and all the fine folks here. And I guess that's all I got. So I thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and listening, and putting up with me. And I'm excited to play some new Magic cards, some new Ravnica Allegiance, and yeah, I will talk to you soon.